This is the one thing on Big Brother that I absolutely disagree with. I would never get involved in this. It shouldn't even be allowed. Big Brother UK episode 16, and at the very start of the episode, Lily said she felt skinny because she only ate porridge yesterday. Later in the same episode, they got food. And I thought, that's their big punishment. They have to eat porridge for one day. I mean, I know that Big Brother UK's punishments are pathetic, but that is a fucking joke. On Big Brother USA, they've got haves and have-nots, and the have-nots have to eat slop, which looks like porridge, but it's supposed to literally taste like vomit. And they have to eat that all week, and the only time that they get food is if they do a different challenge, and maybe they'll win like pizza or something like that. But they had to eat porridge for one day for talking about nominations. Like, what the fuck's the point? Why not just say, right, fine, just talk about nominations then? Because Big Brother UK is not going to do anything about it. Not only that, but in Big Brother USA, they've also got to do really physical tasks. Like, I'm talking about athlete physical endurance tasks that last for days sometimes. I mean, to be fair, on Big Brother USA, the prize is $750,000, right? So it's a bit of a difference. But still, they're all fucking greeting because they've to eat porridge for one day. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you talk about nominations, you should go up for nomination. So they were given their new shopping task, and it was scientists and rats. The scientists had to hypothesise the results of their experiments, and if they got enough right, then they win the luxury budget. The scientists were Ali, Dean, Lily and Hannah. Poor Hannah. She's stuck with them even though she's not talking to Ali. For whatever reason, she's still talking to Dean, even though him and Ali were working together as a team. I don't understand how she can be so forgiving to him and then just be a total bitch to Ali. Now, I don't even like Ali, but it makes no sense to treat her like that and then just be friends with him. And on top of dealing with they two snakes, she's also stuck with Lily. No thanks. Fuck me in a cage, I'd rather be away starving. So after their whole painful one day of eating porridge only, the scientists were given food. And then when they went to get the food to feed the rats, they got their lunch and they had Nando's and all this other stuff. So they were like, that, we better not say anything because they're out there starving. But obviously Lily is inconsiderate and she doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. And I know people are going to see, maybe she's got ADHD, maybe she's got autism. But should we really be surmising this? Like, we don't know this for a fact. So Lily comes out in front of everybody in the house who's starving and she's like, oh, I'm so full, I can't eat anymore, I can't even stand up straight. And Ali's like pulling this face, right, and laughing. And at first I thought, she's obviously laughing because it's awkward and she's kind of thinking, oh god, she shouldn't really be saying this in front of everybody else. But then I thought to myself, is that why she's laughing? Or is she laughing because she knows everybody in the house is raging and miserable and she thrives on other people's pain? Like, did she get into the job she's in so that she could hear people's stories about how bad their life is going and all the problems that they've got? Because some people literally thrive on that, and she is a narcissist. So, I mean, I can't say for sure, but it might have been a mix of both. The scientists had to decide who would react better under pressure and who would react better being encouraged, and they chose Sarah and Baked Potato to work better under pressure. Now that's fine and well, they probably didn't know what the experiment was, right? But when I seen the clip for this and they were in that room and they were getting shocked, this is the one thing that I would be like, that, no, I'm simply not taking part in this. Over the years I've read a lot of things about psychology and mind control, mainly because I'm obsessed with Dan Brown. And one of the things that I've read is that when scientists, let's just call them evil scientists and not say specifically who they are, but they used to get people to press a button and it would electrocute somebody in another room, and then they'd say, oh, it's fine, nothing's happening, just keep pressing the button. And then because somebody in a white coat and like somebody with authority was telling them to do something, they would just do it. And I realised that in these experiments, the people weren't just being shocked like the way they were in Big Brother. They were probably being electrocuted. But it's something that I can't get behind. I don't care. Like, I know that I always say, you do what Big Brother tells you to do. But when you're actually physically hurting somebody, it's too far. And not only that, I have got an actual fear of electricity. Like I have said to my friends and family, if anything ever happens to me, like I take a heart attack or something, and they go to use a defibrillator on me, do not resuscitate. Do not bring any shocks near me. Like when you go to Vegas, because the air's really dry and they've got all the neon lights and stuff, you get shocked everywhere, and the handles on the doors are metal, so everything that you touch, you're constantly getting shocked. Even a static shock like that is really painful to me. So there's no fucking way that I'm about to take part in an experiment. You want to take the luxury shopping budget, on you go. But there's no fucking way that I'm getting shocked, and I'm not about to shock anybody else. And the way Sarah was reacting, she was going mental, right? And in hindsight, it is kind of funny. I wasn't laughing, because I never laugh when they get shocked. But she was going crazy. And I thought, you know what, the fact that she's even carrying on with this, I was surprised, because it wouldn't be me. I'd be fucking going mental. Actually, do you know what, I wouldn't. I would just take the suit off and I'd be like, I'm not getting involved in this. They then had to guess who would eat food, even if it meant their other housemates being punished. And the first people in was Thomas and Emma. And I really think that if Thomas hadn't been there stopping her, she probably would have ate that food. She might have been just kidding on. But I mean, come on, there was a chocolate fountain, right? I think they did amazingly not to eat it. The second team was Marcello and Khaled, and they had looked like KFC. And I was shocked that Marcello said, no, I'm not going to do it, because obviously they'd already put that chicken in, and Big Brother told him not to eat it, and he was still taking bites out of it anyway, even though he told Lily it wasn't even ready yet. But I was absolutely shocked. I wasn't surprised that Khaled didn't eat it, but I thought, good for him. At least he's not being a complete dick about it. They also had to guess who had the best intuition, men or women. Anybody's going to pick a woman, because people are always going on about women's intuition, and then it turned out that they were right. But poor Shagan, he ended up getting binges all over him. Pass. I felt like last night Ali was digging an even bigger hole for herself, because when she was talking about Marcello and she says, oh, he thinks he can say whatever he wants and nobody's allowed to challenge him, that's how she feels. She thinks that because of her job, nobody's allowed to challenge her thoughts and feelings. And she says that Marcello was like toxic masculinity. And while I do agree with that to an extent, she also doesn't like people disagreeing with her, so I don't really see what her point was. She also said that Emma told her that Khaled had a crush on her when he went into the house, so maybe because he found out she's a lesbian and he knows that she's got no chance, that's why he acted the way he did towards her, which was an absolute fucking pile of shit, right? And Emma did say that to her, but just, she's such a man-hater at the best of times. And there's this woman now on the Late and Live show. I can't remember her name, right, but a couple of days ago they were talking to her about Ali, and she says, I can't say anything bad about Ali, I'm supporting Ali because I have to support my fellow lesbian. And I fucking hate this frame of mind, right? You always get it, like, I know that you get people, like women saying, oh, black women have to stick together and we have to support each other. That's fine, right? I'm a lesbian, so I want to support other lesbians. That is also fine. But when the person is a blatant cunt, and then you go, aye, but it's fine, she's a lesbian, so I'm going to support her. No, absolutely not. That's like if Martha was in there and she was being a complete bitch, and then I says, oh, I've got to support her because she's an overweight white woman. No, that's really not how things should work. Just because you've got something in common with somebody else doesn't mean that you support them till the fucking death. Anyway, even the people on the Late and Live show were like, Ali is a narcissist, it's so clear. And I know that she comes across as like, oh, when I'm outside I actually laugh, like as if she's a nice person. But narcissists are good at acting as if they can blend in with the crowd and be nice people. As we've seen a million times, when narcissists or psychopaths end up unaliving people, the neighbours and friends are like, oh my god, I never seen that coming. They're the nicest person I've ever met, because they're masking and they're trying to blend in with society. Happens every time. So my 5 votes are on Azaz. He's been born, he's being antisocial, he needs to get out of the house, and I only want Marcello to stay in because Ali wants him out. But I'll see you again tonight.